Me and Scott Baio share the same birthday, so I'm in charge. Tell them losers that them being on top's not in the cards like 11. So how I talk an angel down from heaven, take her to a restaurant where only apples are ingested. I'm sorry, I think I might have gave the wrong impression that you suckers being better than you are. Keep stressing, do the math. I'm about to school you dudes with the lesson. Me plus my alter ego equals musical progression. Your song minus me, I hope you dudes enjoy collection. We making hits while you pay for merch at the concession. I'm guessing they told you you should just be yourself, but all that got you is the show and silence from your inner self. Welts from whooping that ass in every session, cause I've been raw with the check-in since they put the check in. Suggestions, you should leave it to the BCG, cause I produce dead presidents similar to Ski. Yes. Yeah. Black Chain Gang, oh, family. Check us out, man. Alias. Oh, 973-2904. Let's go. Aspen and Duval. We out here doing it, man. Yo, C, we gets it in, man. C.
Yeah.
Who that?
Me and Da Vinci share the same birthday. Now get the picture, paint a masterpiece with mastery. From a flicker, the pen, dripping ink, tattooing beats like they made of skin. Flow cool like Bassett Tracy. Me and Reagan got the same birthday. I'm so dope. Drop me in the middle of the hood, the competition lose hope. Chop me up, package me and move me round. And pretty soon I'll be known in every damn town. Me and Ali got the same birthday. I'm the GOAT, make these punchlines sting, metaphors float. Ain't no Viet Cong ever call me nigga, but I'll go to war with anybody pulling verbal triggers. Me and Wright brothers born on the same day. I'm flyer than a nigga even dreaming by the airplane. On their best day, I catch the eyes of them chromosomes without a wire walking down the runway. Me and Victory share the same D.O.B. Ever since a gleam, you have never been a threat to me. God made me on the 8th day. Wonder why he rested. To make sure creative forces were invested. To create a beast on these beats. BCG holding the reins, waiting to unleash. Pound sign work.
Yo, it's Kanye to the photons, think that I'm not. I issue more than headlocks, they be taking headshots. I keep firing to the pen sound like it's bad shots. Now move your feet like we in bedrock. You fucking around out of wedlock. Me, I'm committed to doing it again and again like it's OCD. And treat this bitch like Flo King, so this Allen don't leave. I kill these lyrics and carry them for half a 16.
The worldwide heavyweight, get it straight into the game. From the B to the C's, we are G's and we bang. Full court defense, better put Mr. in your prefix. Please, Mr. Fenner, when you're speaking. We're like the justice scale, we're uneven. All rise when I reside and I be seated. The data bank just got deleted. Understand the cause of the effect of your bleeding.
I'm more seasoned.
What up, what up, what up,
niggas hate that I kill it so much, it's breaking their feelings and I'm taking their spirit.
What is good? What's good? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? What's good, gang? Gang in the building. House gang. What's up? What's up? How we doing today, man? Missed y'all. Been handling some family business, man. Baseball season, so either I'm gonna be hella late, right? Or you might not get one because I'm coming in hella late. You know what I'm saying? So my apologies, man. But that's what it is. What's good out here, y'all? What is really popping? What's really popping? How y'all doing? Today, we talking Spidey, man. My guy. Spider-Man. Yeah, so let's get into it, man. House gang, y'all be careful what y'all wish for, man. Shit, we gotta be careful what we wish for, you know what I mean? We gotta be careful what we wish for. That's wild. They keep changing stuff over there. Keep doing it, whatever. But yeah, we gotta be. It's for like 3 years, right? for 3 years, I know I've been screaming, give me a grounded spider. Give me a grounded spider. I need a grounded Spider-Man. That's what I've been saying. Can I get one? Can I get one? Can I get one? Let's take it to the streets. Let's take it to the streets. Well, as they say, the monkey paw just curled, right? The new promo and everything that's leaking that's going on confirms a lot of wild things that we've discussed here before a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it seems that Tom Holland won't be using mechanical web shooters. Maybe not the whole way through in the movie. I don't know if they start from the beginning without the web shooters, you know what I'm saying, being mechanical, if they go straight into organic webbing. I don't know. I don't know. But this isn't the Tobey Maguire puberty metaphor. The leaks, the uh the leaks say Peter's DNA is destabilized. They say he's mutating. We aren't getting like the superhero movie that we thought we was getting. What up in the Galactic? But it seems like we might be getting a body horror film. Not necessarily mad at it, but I'm gonna have to see it. A body horror movie, right? If you grew up in the 90s, I would say you probably know exactly where this is leading. I think we've seen this before. Let's get into it. Yeah. Did my intro not play? I think it did or it didn't. I don't know. This StreamYard been acting goofy lately. Acting hella goofy lately. But yeah, let's get into some details about this, man. Let's really get into some details about this. Right? Get into some details. Everything is slow. No, that's not what I want to see. StreamYard acting funny. StreamYard acting hella funny. What is going on, StreamYard? Talk to me. My bad, y'all. My bad. But now let's get to the details. There was the reports that came out earlier about the film. You know that Peter starts losing his powers, right? Control his powers and everything's like that. It starts with the organic webbing ripping out of his forearms. You know, his wrist painfully. Then dizziness, extra appendages, 6 arms. This would be classified as what we call the man spider arc, right? Like if y'all, like I said, if you grew up in the 90s, you know about that man spider arc. You know all about it. Hell, and then if you fast forward just what 2000, the 2010s, somewhere around there with the Spider Island, I want to say they did it again, right? Where he starts mutating. We know that in the comics and in the 90s, that was the Neogenic Nightmare. If y'all read it, that's where Peter starts being a hero. He starts becoming a predator. So now, if that's going on, you gotta imagine Mayor Kingpin on TV, right? Because the Kingpin is supposed to be in this, telling New Yorkers, "I told you he was a menace." So think of him now, him and J. Jonah Jameson saying some stuff like that. He's a menace. He's a menace. Kingpin parroting that sentiment. He's a menace. Now look at him. He's a monster. He's a monster out here. This would be like a perfect political weapon against vigilantes. So I see that aspect coming, especially if we get Peter Parker not even fighting crime no more. He out here could be due to his, as he's trying to fight crime, due to his genetics changing and him mutating and stuff like that. Maybe he does start doing some extra stuff that he shouldn't necessarily be doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, since he is literally fighting his biology, that could be the lick, man. That really could be the lick. But I want to read this article. It says, rumor Spider-Man Brand New Day will race to stop Peter Parker transforming. The latest Spider-Man Brand New Day rumor reveals that the movie will revolve around Peter Parker's genetics, um, and the race to stop him from transforming into something monstrous. Sony Pictures still hasn't released a Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. At this rate, it's increasingly likely that the studio is following the same blueprint as 2021's No Way Home, which got its first teaser 4 months before it arrived in theaters. Excuse me. We've seen a leaked trailer, of course. Y'all remember the fuzzy trailer that came out and everything like that. And then we got the rumors and all of that. Let's see. He said the latest update. John Campia did this. He confirmed elements of the recent Spider-Man Brand New Day plot leak, while he cautions that the information isn't from an official studio source. He explained that the MCU's web slinger's genetics were altered when he was bitten by the spider that gave him his power. In the vein of the Jeff Goldblum and the Fly, we're going to see Peter Parker mutate into a spider, being literally mutating into a spider. This is from quote from John Campia. He explained, seemingly teasing the live action debut of the Spider-Man. Of Man Spider. One of the main things about this movie is them trying to race against the idea of how to prevent Peter from mutating totally. Campia adds that all signs point to Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey, and reiterates decent rumors about Tremel Tillman playing the head of Department of Damage Control. He goes on to explain this would be setting up anti-mutant thing because Jean Grey is being hunted because she's a mutant. It's pre-Xavier School. Now, this is one of the things that I bear issue with when it comes to this. Like, I don't understand Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey and everything from what I've heard about the plot of this movie revolving around Jean Grey, Punisher trying to look out for Jean Grey, Tremel Tillman's character being the head of damage control, but also anti-mutant type situation. I'm just trying to fit. That's one storyline going on. Then we get Spider-Man mutating into a spider. That storyline's going on. We have I want to say Kingpin is in this. I think he is. If not, we have Tombstone in this. The Hulk is in this. And from my understanding, there's another female antagonist that might be in this. See, the thing is, they've been saying that Sadie Sink is an antagonist. And if you remember that leak, that trailer leak, and we heard the voice of Sadie, I think that was Sadie Sink talking to Peter. It sounds antagonistic. I think there's another female antagonist in this, right? But Jean Grey running around pre-Xavier does not make sense in my brain right here, right now. Nor does it make sense to introduce these the beginning or the young X-Men in this setting when you have Secret Wars on the horizon. I fail to understand why do that here in this Spider-Man movie. And maybe somebody out there could educate me. Maybe somebody could make, more aware of what's going on, but I just don't understand that. I really don't. I don't understand it. Jean Grey gets introduced in Spider-Man Brand New Day. She's on the run from damage control, aka the mutant hating government entity. Why do they hate mutants? Why is mutants a thing when why run after mutants when you have other superpower beings like the Hulk, Thor, Loki? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have these other power beings, the Eternals. Most mutants live in obscurity. You don't even know they're a mutant. Right? You don't even know. So how do you, Miss Marvel supposedly is a mutant? Like, to me, even though damage control was in her show, it would make more sense about them continuing the mission against Miss Marvel in her show, not random Jean Grey just out of the blue showing up in Spider-Man. Because I'm trying to keep in line with what we have in the MCU proper right now. Right? Like I said, for 3 years, we've been thinking about this. We get an actual grounded Spider-Man. Maybe this might end up being the better out of the three that we've already got because of the grounded Spider-Man. That's, at least that's what I was thinking. That's what was in my head. But now adding this element to with Jean Grey, Punisher, the Hulk, Tombstone, Scorpion, um, maybe what's my man? Kingpin, Wilson Fisk. I'm here. Jessica Jones could show up in this. Like, it's hella stuff. And there's also the, maybe we get it again, the other Spider-Man showing up in this. One more time. Why not? Right? I don't, it's a lot. It's a lot. Seems like Marvel, and they've done it before, right? They did it before. The last Spider-Man movie was packed with a lot of extra stuff going on. But I don't know if I love it. I really don't know if I really love it or not. It just seems like a lot to me. Jay, what's good? What's good? What's good? Just seemed like a lot, man. Just seemed like a lot. And then with her, Jean being in it, I don't know if I rock with it. Don't know if I rock with it. Let's get back to this. Since it's looking increasingly likely that in the post-Avengers Secret Wars MCU, the X-Men won't suddenly appear as an established superhero team. Instead, they'll likely begin emerging, explaining why we started seeing mutants like Ms. Marvel and Namor, meaning we could probably expect a first-class style story for the mutants. Style story. So where else would you introduce, or where are these other mutants going to be introduced at? See, and that's another thing. Is Jean Grey going to be our POV for mutantdom? Because once you introduce that, once Jean Grey is introduced, she is now the mouthpiece, the POV for the X-Men. Because you introduce her first. She is now going to be the living embodiment of the mouthpiece, the talking point, the POV, who it revolves around. I'm not mad at that, but is that what we want to see? Or is that going to make a compelling story? Because now I think, okay, if we're going to be revolving around Jean Grey going forward, what's her greatest storyline? Like, what's Jean's greatest storyline? We already know. Dark Phoenix. Are we really trying to go back down that road? Are we really trying to go back down that road? I guess third time's the charm, huh? Now, what would be dope is if this isn't the real Jean and this is actually Madeline Pryor. Because then it would make a little bit more sense of her being on the bad side, right? This isn't Jean, it's a clone of Jean, it's Madeline Pryor. Madeline Pryor is also damn, why I can't think of her name right now. My brain is going crazy, but she's a bad guy. Okay, she's a bad guy. So for her to be an antagonist would make sense. See, Jean being the antagonist of this does not make sense because, like I said, from my understanding, Jean is supposed to be an antagonist, or Sadie Sink's character is supposed to be an antagonist. Supposed to be. It was never confirmed, but that's what I was hearing. Q. Yeah, Q. That's what I said I would like to see. I would like to see Sadie Sink being Madeline Pryor. I think that works better for this story. But you know, who knows? Who knows? Um, where am I at? Keep it going. It says, as far as Man Spider, we've seen the leaked Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that Peter will emerge from a web cocoon at some point, potentially with organic web shooters. From there, the logical next step may be getting him 6 arms, transforming into Man Spider for a battle with the Hulk. Perhaps we'll see. Do we want to see Man Spider versus? I guess that'd be a decent. Maybe that'd be a decent battle. Man Spider versus the Hulk. Because like in this, I wanted it to be grounded, but who is the bad guys in this other than Tombstone? Is there going to be a Tombstone fight? I'm hearing it might be. He might end up fighting the Hand on some Spider-Man versus the Ninjas type shit, which I'm cool with. But who is the big bad? Who is the bad guy? Is him and Tombstone going to scrap? Is that going to be the big fight? Like, who is the bad guy? That's the thing. Is Tombstone the bad guy? Scorpion the bad guy? Who's the bad guy? Who is the bad guy? And I don't, you know what? Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings helmet Destin Daniel Creighton directs Spider-Man Brand New Day from the script by returning Spider-Man franchise writers Chris McKenna and Eric Summers. Brand New Day will be released in theaters July 31st, 2026. I don't know if I'm called DDC, right? I don't know if I trust Cuz anymore. Wonder Man kind of really messed me up. Wonder Man really messed me up. I don't know if I trust him. I do not know if I trust Cuz like that. That Wonder Man threw me off. It really threw me off. So, I just don't know, man. Don't know, but Wonder Spider Dude or Man Spider versus the Hulk, not necessarily a bad thing. Is that going to be the end all be all fight? Is that like the final fight? Hulk beats him, stabs him, turns, to help Peter turn back. I don't know. I really don't know, man. But with the rumor that the massive rumor going around that a lot of people been tracking is about Mark Ruffalo, like I said, Bruce Banner being in this movie. People would have thought that the Hulk was there to like help beat up on Scorpion, but maybe that's the boring thing. Maybe Hulk versus Scorpion is boring. I don't know. Maybe Peter mutating into this radioactive spider. Maybe you call the Hulk in for that and you get all of that. You know what I'm saying? You got to think Bruce Banner is a leading expert on mutations. I guess would be the leading expert on mutations in the MCU as of right now, especially when it comes to like radioactive mutations. So I guess you do call him in. That would make sense. Will we get a Science Bros dynamic between him and Peter? I don't know. I really don't know. The more I think about this movie, the more I'm really intrigued to like see if this is gonna work. I'm really intrigued to see if this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like racing against the clock to cure Peter, I think is a dope concept, but I don't know. I kind of need more from this. It adds like an element of like a ticking clock to the movie. The things that he's got to get done before he turns to a spider. I can see all that, but I don't know if I'm intrigued, but now I need to see more. Just as I do a deep dive and dip into it, I need to see more. I really do. Really need to see more, man. Y'all know I love me some Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my guy. Spider-Man is my guy, but I don't know if I might be moving away from this one, y'all. I might be moving away from this one. I don't know. I don't know, man. But yeah, man, that's the little leaks and everything that's been confirmed. Like I said, I've been away, so I just had to give y'all something. I will be back tomorrow, though. Be back tomorrow to give y'all some more. What else do y'all want to talk about as I finish this subject? Put it down in the comments. Y'all got any rumors, anything that y'all heard that y'all might want to talk about real quick before I get up out of here? Put it in the comments. Let me know, man. I want to hear from y'all. And while you do that, let's take a quick little break. Take a quick. Yo, what up? What up? What up? Q says, I think Famke is prior in Days of Future Past ending. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at her being Madeline Pryor. What if this is like everything turned? Because I said, didn't I say that? Like everything that we've been seeing, these different like the X-Men world or whatever. What if that's not even the X-Men, the Fox X-Men that we know? Right? What if that's not the Fox X-Men that we know? What if that's something totally different? Because remember, Cyclops supposed to be dead anyway. So this is a whole new X-Men universe or whatever, whole new universe with these X-Men on it. I kind of rock with that, right? Um, Hell, what if this ain't even the Shuri and M'Baku that we know? See, now that would throw some things upside down. That would make the MCU compelling again. What if they started off Doomsday, right? With that Wakanda M'Baku, and we're following them, and they're going to meet the Fantastic Four, whatever, blah, 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 and because I think it's supposed to be Fantastic Four, Doom, and Captain America on that ship. But what if that's not even our Shuri, our M'Baku? What if it's not? And now we're following these Shuri or these Wakandans, but they're from like Earth 61612, where the players dwell. You know, like what if it's that world? What if every little piece, you know what I'm saying, is something like that? And these are all the worlds that get destroyed by the incursion. Because I think that's what it is. Imagine, bear with me a little bit, because I'm just giving Marvel everything. If Doom is going from world to world to world, what if he's picking up the pieces that he needs to put his Avengers together, to put his cabal together right before said world is being destroyed? Or maybe he's the harbinger of the destruction of these worlds. He is the incursion. You know? He is the incursion. What if it's that? I think that could be a little compelling. I really do. Really do. So as far as her being Madeline Pryor, I fuck with it, yo. I really do. I rock with it. Like I said, I think it works. Um, Jay says that new Nora is looking fire. I'm into this Spider-Man. So, oh, you like Spider-Man Nora? Let's pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let's pull that up. Because I haven't watched it, tell you the truth. I have not watched it. I have not watched it. Thing but acting stupid for some reason. I know I'll get a copyright strike. Sony. I'm surprised Sony be that's a dope shot. I did not like the Spider Noir comic, Spider-Man Noir. I did not like the comic. Think when was this? Was this around the same? Nah, this was not around that same time. I want to say this was around the same time they did the House of M storyline. But no, they had a whole bunch of other Nor storylines going on. Wolverine Nor, like I just wasn't a fan of this. I wonder why Prime got this. I wonder why they gave this to Prime. Okay, I'm a little bit intrigued. I'm a little bit intrigued. So it's not going to the movies. Okay, okay, okay. Xavier Phoenix, what up? What up? He says, not sure how I feel about Man Spider, but I guess I will see how it plays out. Yeah, yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I'm with you on. I don't know. I do not know. We'll see. We will see. We'll see. Q says, yeah, if we're doing Mutant Saga, I want to see the Shadow Lord and Mr. Sinister. Yeah. You like Shadow Lord like that? I would rather see Mr. Sinister. I think Mr. Sinister, and if Sadie Sink is playing, um, do we know who Tremaine Tillman is? They better not make Tremaine Tillman Mr. Sinister. He better not be Mr. Sinister. Dude, have they confirmed who his character is? I know he's supposed to be the head of Damage Control, but you know, Mr. Sinister is a shapeshifter. He can play anybody. It better that would make sense. If Tremaine Tillman was playing Mr. Sinister, which it disrupts who that character is. But if they did that, because Sinister is obsessed with the Summers and the Grays, he is obsessed with that bloodline, or those bloodlines, I should say. So that would make sense. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at it, but it'd be another race swap that's not needed. See, the thing is, Sinister, before he was turned into Mr. Sinister, he was just a regular human being before he became a mutant. He was a racist anthropologist, scientist, biologist, but he was racist. Victorian era European. I think he's from like London, but he was racist. And I want that to stick with who he is as a person when they actually do that. When they actually do that. And he better have ties to Apocalypse and all of that. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I feel you. I want to see Mr. Sinister, Shadow Lord. I'm still trying to understand because why me? It don't matter. So Spider-Man Noir trailer has me interested in what Cage will bring to this. Nick Cage always brings it, man. That's one person I'm not mad at. You know, he fell out of obscurity. He fell into obscurity and fell out of the limelight. But now I like seeing that Nick Cage is back, you know, making movies or finding his lane. He was here at one point in time. He was up there, man. Con Air and things of that nature. National Treasure. Remember that? National Treasure, pretty dope. Now to see him back and doing something like this, I want to salute him, give him a dope salute, man. Maybe he, you know, he can actually get back on the high horse with this one. So watching this trailer, it looks better than when I read the books. I say that. It looks better than when I read the Spider Noir comic book. So I am not mad at that. Jay says no powers. I love a mystery. Right. We'll see the way he's swinging. The way he's swinging. But no, this does look intriguing. I do like the way that looks, man. I do like the way that looks. Any more questions before I wrap it up? Xavier, Q, Jay. Anything y'all want to talk about? Let's see, is there something that I was looking into? Do I want to talk any Jimmy Gunn? What y'all think about this whole Netflix, Paramount, Warner Brothers do you think who you think gonna come out on top? Let me ask y'all that. Who do y'all think is gonna come out on top when to this acquisition? Is Warner is Netflix gonna win or is Paramount gonna win? And who do you want to win? Who do you think serves the public better in winning this bid? Me myself, I would have liked if Warner Brothers would have just, you know, stayed Warner Brothers and figured it out. But since they are selling, I guess for me it would be Netflix would be the better. I'm guessing Paramount. I just don't like what's going on over there with them right now, as far as them trying to buy up media to push a narrative. I don't like that. You know, I wish there was another player to come in, maybe an Apple, Microsoft, somebody, one of these. You know, since everything is tech driven anyway, one of these other. I wish another tech company would come in and swoop them up. Um, but yeah, I don't like Paramount buying up everything so they could try to push a narrative. And I like Paramount stuff. I like Paramount Plus, um, but I think they need to concentrate on their own franchises. So uh, Jay says, "I'm not familiar with Mister. You're not familiar with Center with Lord Essex. You ain't familiar with Nathaniel Essex. Oh, get familiar, Jay. Get familiar with old Mister Sinister, man. Let's run down. Let's run down a quick. Let's run down Mister Sinister real quick. You know what I mean? Just real quick. See if we can get him real quick. Explain. Mr. Sinister, aka Nathaniel Essex, is a Victorian era scientist obsessed with genetic perfection, evolution, and cloning. All right. You hear me? He was transformed by Apocalypse into an immortal mutant with vast mental and physical powers. He's a primary antagonist in the X-Men, specifically targeting the Summers Gray bloodline, like I told you. So that's why I think if they did make Tremel Tillman's character Mr. Sinister, they could kind of smooth that in, right? He manipulates, experiments on, and clones mutants to force human evolution. And this dude is only out for himself, bro. Only out for himself. His powers and abilities: Sinister possesses the superhuman strength, extreme durability, healing abilities, shapeshifting, telepathy, and telekinesis. Like, dude, he a bad one. He's a bad one. He's obsessed with creating perfect mutant beings, often through cloning and to further his own vision of evolution. He is obsessed with the Summer. Sinister is deeply obsessed with the DNA of Jean Grey and Cyclops, considering their offspring Cable to be the pinnacle of genetic potential. He's arrogant, cold, and lacks empathy, often acting as a manipulative mastermind from the shadows rather than a direct combatant. And he kicks it. He formed his own team of mutants called the Marauders, and that's where you meet Gambit, Sabretooth. Um, who was all of them? Give me a second. I'm trying to remember who was all on the Marauders. Oh, they ain't got that in here. Oh man, I did not see. But yeah, man, dude ain't no joke. Dude is not no joke. Think of if you rock with Apocalypse, this is like Apocalypse's little brother. You know what I mean? It'll be Apocalypse little brother. Trying to find out who all was on the Marauders. Here we go, the members. Okay, so we had Arclight. Arclight was actually a character in X3. She was a character in X3. Arclight, Ares, Aurora, Azimuth, Birdie. Oh, these the new Marauders. Where the old school Marauders at? Hold on, they got the. Here we go. No, we don't have it. It's been. I ain't know it's been this many damn Marauders, man. Here we go. Original roster. Like I said, Arclight, Blockbuster, Harpoon, Malice, Prism, Riptide, Sabretooth, Scalp Hunter, Scrambler, and Vertigo. Then they did a second roster with Gambit, Lady Mastermind, Mystique, Sunfire, Omega Sentinel, and Exodus. So yeah, man, he got a dope little squad. You know. So Mr. Sinister is definitely a villain I want to see. I'm telling you. I wish WB could maintain business on their. Me too, man. If they could figure out a way for them to maintain business on their own, I think it would work out fine. You know. So yeah. Now whoever gets it's cute, let them go. Let the Snyderverse go. Snyder need to go sit down somewhere, man. Let the Snyderverse go. So I feel like either choice, we the consumer. Yeah. I hear you. We the consumer lose. Netflix would be cool as long as they stay in theaters. I think it's money in theaters. Look, everything that they've been telling you about streaming is a lie. It's a lie. And the reason I said that is because what's my man who founded Interscope Records? Jimmy Iovine. He talked about streaming, but he talked about it from the music aspect. And to me, music and movies, they go hand in hand, right? They were both at one time physical media. One time they were physical media. Let me see if I can pull it. I'm going to pull up what Jimmy Iovine had to say about streaming. See if I can pull that up real quick. And I've been saying that streaming is just not the way to go. The streaming just does not seem like it's a moneymaker to me. It just does not seem like it's a moneymaker to me. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Can I run that back? I can't run that back. I'm gonna share this real quick.
You know, there's no question about that. But there's a lot wrong with streaming, in my opinion. You know, it's one dimensional. It's an ATM machine. You put your money in, you get your music. They don't do anything for the artist. See, the artists want to communicate with their fans, period. That's what they want. They want to communicate. They want to market themselves. And the streaming services are still saying, we'll put you on our list if you're nice to us or if you like us. That's bullshit. You got to allow them to have your audience and let them breathe, which is what, you know, not for philanthropic reasons, but this is what TikTok does. That's what Instagram does. You could somewhat promote yourself. So the streaming services, to me, are minutes away from being obsolete because it goes to Drake and Kendrick Lamar. When you
So, and reason why I brought that up is because when you think about how movies go into the theaters and they try to make that money, and then we even got, who was it? Matt Damon talked about it too, right? That secondary market. We don't have that secondary market. That was a lot of money in that secondary market. That physical media market is a lot of money that they are missing out on. A lot of money that they're missing out on. You're seeing artists now, and I'm not talking about actors or the studios doing it, but I kind of just see the parallel between the music streaming and the movie streaming, right? I'm seeing artists now going back to selling CDs, physical things, to give to the actual people, so the people have something tangible in their hands, so they actually own the movie, or I should say own the music that they have. I did a little research on streaming, just went down a quick little rabbit hole about streaming. Um and you had my man from Apple, who kind of, he started Napsters and all of that. So he wanted to figure out a way to, I guess you could say, monetize that. So he saw that things was moving away from CDs. He came out with the Apple, I don't know why I'm drawing. I'm not an Apple guy, so I'm drawing a blank. But where you put your movie, the MP3, right? But he made it to where you can buy MP3 for 99 cents. So you actually own the music. You were still an owner of the music. It just was not a physical disc, right? Um, the iPod. There you go, Q. I'm old, bro. And I'm not an Apple guy. But he had to do, you know what I'm saying, 99 cents. You still own the physical music. And instead of buying the whole album, you can just buy parts of the album. Cool. People, artists still making money. I know how much that song is. It was 99 cents. Fast forward a little bit, we get the guys from Sweet. They say, how about we just come out with a subscription service with ads, and people could just listen to money for free. All they got to do is sign up, subscribe. Long as that ad plays, they can keep listening to music. Now, they won't own the music. And depending on what tier it is, you can't shift, you can't change songs. You just got to listen to whatever is being played, right? That became the norm. On the music side, streaming that way became the norm, because now, guess who is in control? Who is really in control of the music? Now the record labels is really, because as soon as Spotify did that, guess who leaped at trying to get in business with Spotify? The labels. They leaped at it. They jumped at it. Oh shit. We gonna actually be able to control this music, how it's going out and coming in? Oh shit. We most of these artists is still on the CD deal and not the streaming deal, so we gonna be able to pocket and keep all the money? Now let's put that over there to the movie side of things. Look at what's going on. So at least they are still selling or have a product to where they physically make money. The studio does, right? They put it in theaters. But as you see, Netflix, a lot of them, they shorten that window, right? I'm going to exclude Netflix for right now. They shorten that window. I remember movies used to stay in the theaters for a little, for more than 90 days. I think movies was in theaters for damn near 6 months, from what I remember. Maybe not. But I know they was in there longer than 90 days. So let's say they hit that 90 day, boom, they go out, they disappear for a minute. Build up some FOMO, especially if it's a banger. If it's a banger, they hang on to it. Then they throw that commercial out saying it's available for rent and to buy. Secondary market happens. Now you can go and buy this physical media, or you can go rent it. Or you can go rent it. So you run to go rent it, you paying money. Because think about this. The rental stores would have to buy all of those movies. So let's say this this Avengers Doomsday is coming out. They would buy 12 copies. So now every Blockbuster chain, every mom and pop's chain, every movie gallery chain, every Hollywood videos, they're buying a bulk of these DVDs or cassettes or whatever is on that media. That's a secondary market. That's a little bit more money. Plus you, after you go rent it a couple of times, you say, you know what? Let me buy this. You go buy it. Either you run a Walmart, Target, Circuit City, Best Buy, wherever they selling these DVDs at, these movies at, you going to buy them now. Well, guess what is not happening no more? That secondary market is non-existent. Hell, we used to have Redbox. That was like the last bastion. Run over to Redbox, let me rent this. Don't even have Redbox no more. So the secondary market is gone because everybody went all in on streaming. Well, guess what? The money ain't there for streaming. That model is a bad model when it comes to making money. Right? Think about it. They missing a whole chunk. Matt Damon was talking about how they don't get those niche boutique movies anymore. And I think that's what Hollywood and entertainment is missing. The niche boutique movies. Like we'll never get another we won't get a Boys in the Hood again, a Menace to Society, Love and Basketball, Love Jones, Hangover, the rom-coms. The reason why rom-coms disappeared. The reason why coming of age movies are few and far in between, if any, because we don't have those boutique. They don't take the chance on those boutique movies. They have to be, to take a chance on a boutique movie, it has to be Oscar worthy. Right? They'll take a chance on something like The Whale. Anybody in here seen The Whale? I know y'all be like, damn, Blue bring up The Whale all the time, but I bring it up because who has watched that movie? That movie had to be a flop, but it won an Oscar, right? What was the one that won the year before? I can't even think of it. For Best Picture. But if they're not like Best Picture candidates, nah. They don't go in them. They don't put the money down for them. So studios, Netflix is not a movie company. It's a tech company, if you think about it. It's a tech company. So yeah, Netflix it's a tech company. It's not a traditional studio. It's not a Warner Brothers. It's not a Fox. It's not a Disney. You know what I'm saying? It's a tech company. So they make their money in a different way. It's a different way. Jay said, you don't trust it. I got movies on Tubi. It's not that I don't trust Tubi. I trust Paramount Plus. I trust Disney. I trust them to do as much as they can. The thing is, if the system is bad or if it's a bad model, it's just a bad model. Streaming is just a bad model. It's not that I don't trust Tubi. Tubi might be the best probably one of the best streaming platforms out. It's just that it's Tubi, right? Tubi got a bad rap for putting out the stuff that it put out early, but Tubi is not a bad streaming service. It's not a bad streaming service. Go over there. Yep, commercials just like traditional TV. I think that's another thing too. Now, in order for these streaming services to make money, instead of you just outright paying for whatever you pay for, what do they do? What do they do? Ad tier. Now they got to get ads. But see, the problem with ads is, who watching them? Who are they targeted to? Is that ad that you like, is it to the right person? Like when I'm watching Wonder Man, why are they playing in I don't know what type of ad? Why are they playing like a cleaning product ad? I don't know. Like I just think whoever is giving them revenue for ads, that's who they play. And back in the day, regular TV, because streaming is just turning into cable now, but back when cable was king, the ads was targeted. They knew exactly who to target it to. They knew exactly who to target the ad to. Saturday morning cartoons, I know it's gonna be kids in front of this TV. Ain't gonna be nothing but toy commercials, candy, soda, cereal, school supplies, the newest fashionable shoes. Think of the last time you saw an ad on a streaming channel or streaming service. Was that ad for you? Like, was it necessarily for you and the content that you was watching? Or the type of people who would watch this actual show or this content? Probably not. Q says, so Netflix was actually failing and they offered Blockbuster to buy they offered to buy them out, and Blockbuster said, "No, we good." Netflix hit the gym and ran BB. Right, because I think Netflix got into it. They had a good idea, and I think probably the founders or the owners, whoever was like, "Man, we made our money. Let's get on up out of here." And they probably didn't even see the future for what the future really was. Blockbuster damn sure didn't see the future for what the future really was, right? Blockbuster should have bought Netflix. They missed out. They missed out. Should have bought them, missed out. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: it's 2026. With the way nostalgia is going on right now, the way vinyl is selling, the way I'm seeing people go out and buy CDs, Blu-ray and DVD is next. If I'm Blockbuster or if that entity, if somebody has a thought to where, you know what, let me house this stuff and let people rent it or listen to it, I think we're going to get that back again. I think you're going to start seeing rental services. Well, not necessarily rental services, but more FYEs and entertainment only. What was the other one? Peppermint Musics and stuff, and all of these places where you can actually go in and purchase physical media. I think you're going to start seeing more of those start popping back up. Just like Pizza Hut, right? I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna go down the nostalgia road. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut got rid of all their dine-in buildings just so they can do takeout. Guess what I'm seeing being built or come back? Sit down, dine in Pizza Hut. Brick and mortar. Because, you know what I'm saying? I think people are missing that community. That's why I was like, nah, movie theaters ain't going to work. Because I think people, they want community. They want a place to gather. Now, what are they doing? Gathering? I don't know. They could all just be on their phones. They just want to gather in one place to be on their phones. I don't know, but I do think they want a sense of community. Malls haven't died out yet. Malls are still here. They've changed a bit, but they're still here. The nostalgia is making a comeback. Nostalgia is winning. Nostalgia is winning. Right. No appointment TV spells that it does. Can't target an ad if there's no appointment TV. That shit Rumbo be confusing. If I get one more pillows or a erectile commercial. Right? Like why are they targeting you with that? Why are they targeting you with them type of commercials, man? But is that so? Let me ask you this, Jay. What are you watching when those type of commercials come on? When those type of advertisements come on? What show are you watching? Because that's what really matters. What show are you watching? Like, should you be getting erectile commercials if you're watching like He-Man, the Masters of the Universe cartoon? Should that be coming up? Or should erectile commercials come up when it's like I don't know, like a sex-driven drama? Maybe erectile and pillow commercials should come up then, right? I don't know, man. I just think entertainment don't know what's up and what's down right now. So people want harmony between community and convenience, but I think community wins out at the end. Yeah, I think community wins out at the end. Right, euphoria. Like that should happen when euphoria is on. Otherwise, we'll end up in a wily reality. I think we already there, brother. I think we are. We gotta get them out of them chairs though. Get them out of them floating chairs. Not also when touring over there. Caleb Hammer. So yeah, man. Um, that's just what I believe when it comes to streaming. And watching Jimmy Iovine talk about it really kind of doubled down my suspicions about it. So yep, yep, yep. About to wrap up. I know y'all saw before I go. I know y'all been seeing Dre talk about Rob and Ernie, right? I was gonna do a video on it, but I think Dre is doing a good job. I think Ernie did a good job in addressing Rob. My video, if I was gonna do a video, it's probably gonna be me addressing both of them because I believe both of them, uh, both of them give me some kind of like not the best feeling when it comes to things. I think Ernie is the CIA. I really do, and I think Rob was hurt as a child. I think somebody with the same skin tone as me hurt him as a child, and he ran over to be embraced by the other side, right? So and I don't know what side his father is. I don't know what side his mom's is, but he took the side of whatever the lighter hue is, and that's cool. That's on him. That is on him. Tina, what's up? Tina in the building. Tina, you busy? You want to hop on real quick? If not, yeah, I think it's the CIA, man. I done had a couple encounters where Ernie. I ain't, it's just the way he moves. Some of the stuff he say sound real CIA-ish, man. Some of the stuff he say is just sound real infiltratish, right? The thing about when I compare him and Rob does not seem like he's trying to infiltrate. Rob seemed like he ran away. He don't want no parts. Fine. So that lets me know, okay, he don't want no parts. I know where to keep him at, where to hold him at, how to treat him. You know what I'm saying? That's Rob. But Ernie, mm, he just gives CIA vibes to me. He seemed like Ernie seemed like he'll set you up. Seemed like he'll set you up. I saw Rob excuse his excuse and laughed. I watch Comic Explain sometimes though. I don't know the other guy at all. Yeah, Rob's excuse was, and then for him to double down, that's nasty work. Ernie does good work. They're both good at what they do. I don't want to take nothing away from what they do. They are both good at what they do. Um, you know, but I would dare to say that Ernie might have a little bit more knowledge than Rob does when it comes to explaining these comics. You know, um, I would dare say that. That kind of makes me think he might be the CIA also. So Ernie and Chill is CIA. Hey, Chill might be like Department H. Ain't that like Canada CIA? Department H. Chill might be Department H, man. Salute to Chill. Matter of fact, Chill, I need Chill to get back on the show, man. I want Chill back on the show. He posted something today about sales, comics being canceled due to sales. And he ain't necessarily wrong, right? But if y'all know me and his back and forth, my thing with him when he talks about comics being canceled due to sales or whatever, I always say, or the company just didn't want to do it no more. Right? We always talk about something, two for something. But we always talk about like Storm. She had an ongoing, then it turned to a mini, then it was not a mini no more, then it was an ongoing. And I'm like, see, it might not even be due to money. It just could be due to the landscape of things changing. Because I think I personally think the trade economy is where it's at for some of these characters. Like every character can't sustain, and I know that's a double negative. Every character or every book might not be able to sustain an ongoing, right? Maybe the hype ain't. And I would say, which means that it's just they didn't advertise it well. They didn't put their money behind it, so it didn't sustain as an ongoing. But then it becomes a trade, right? And they package that trade up and they make way more money on that trade than they would ever make in doing an ongoing. They see that and they say, okay, we're just gonna make this character have story arcs and miniseries because it seems like people want to read the trade or read their story all at once and not read an ongoing. So I'm like, maybe they looking and saying it's best to serve some of these characters up as trades, and it's best to have some of these other characters as ongoing. Because if a company wants to keep a book going, they can. It's like not out of the realm of reality to keep a book going. And Chill would say, no, if a book is failing, once it gets to 10 issues, 12 issues, maybe, that they're going to pull the plug on. And he ain't necessarily wrong, but I just don't think he's necessarily right because if that company, that if Marvel, if DC, Image, whoever, the big two, the big three, whatever we call them, whatever, says, I kind of want to keep Miss Marvel out there as an ongoing. I don't think Miss Marvel was a flagship selling book like that, but they kept it going. Captain Marvel, they kept her going. I don't know. I would have to go look at the numbers, but from the people who I talked to, I don't see them buying a lot of those Captain Marvel books. But she had an ongoing series. Every time I looked up, she had an ongoing series. And I think if they wanted to push a net, like with Doom coming up, everything is Doom, 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 Doom. I don't know if anybody was buying that One World Under Doom series, but they kept it going because they want to push the Doom narrative. He don't be filing reports. Who we filing reports on, man? Chill is not filing report. Y'all get off my guy. Chill better not be out here filing no reports, man. He better not be pulling no Drake. Chill, don't you be filing no reports on no YouTubers, brother. You got an issue with a YouTuber, you handle them face to face. You call them up, text them, DM them or something. Don't be filing no reports. Don't do it. Don't do it. But nah, they are all in on Doom. And when a company gets all in on something, then they all in. You know what I'm saying? Money be damned. Now I could get to the point to where they hemorrhage a lot, and it's just, you know, man. You know what? Chill. Is the Pantheon on right now? Is the I'm talking about chill. Let me see it. Let me go get in there. Let's wrap this up and let's go terrorize the Pantheon. They are on. Let's go terrorize Pantheon. Pantheon is on right now. Let's go over there and terrorize them, man. I'm gonna see if I can get on. You think they'll let me on? Y'all think they'll let me on? Damn, Pantheon is on, man. Let's go terrorize the Pantheon, y'all. Let me get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody who came. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Y'all rocking with it, or if y'all not rocking with it. Do y'all want to see Tom Holland go full monster, go full out, 6 arms, being a cocoon, shooting webs, fighting the Hulk as Man Spider? Do y'all want to see that? Or is that a little too crazy for like what we want? Y'all let me know. And go, hell, I think I might go watch the 90s cartoon just to prepare myself. But yeah, man. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the hell up out of here. Y'all take it easy, be safe. And like that, there we are, Audi 5000. Yada. Let's go crash them.
This concludes today's broadcast from Blues News. We hope you enjoyed tonight's programming and the time we've shared together.
Right. Always be about being authentic. Drop like that. Drop to what it was, March, so that we added to the slate on the strength of an exception. So I think it's confidence. I think that
Blues News is dedicated to bringing you the very best in pop culture, music, and conversation, serving viewers everywhere, every day. On behalf of our staff and crew, we thank you for watching. We'll return tomorrow with more entertainment, insight, and fun for the whole house gang. Good night and good luck.